What the hell?
It got a little spicy there.
Right. Anna and Alex are sisters and brothers.
Okay.
They live together.
As adults, it's unusual, but okay.
Okay. Oh, they have a swimming pool. There's a large house with a swimming pool. Anna always cooks for herself. But hates to iron.
I think I've ironed like 3 times in my life.
Alex hates gardening. Hire a maid.
Gardening.
Gardening's pretty good sometimes. And doing laundry.
I don't like laundry, but I'll plant some flowers.
But sometimes likes to clean up. When you get some good music, then I like to clean up. So there are many servants in their house.
What do these people do for work?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
They must be rich.
They got like.
Oh, that took a turn. One morning, Alex found his sister dead.
That went downhill really quickly.
Right. That took 0 to 100 so fast.
That really took a left turn. I was not expecting. I was not expecting that. What? Okay.
Call 911. Thank you. The police.
Okay, so she died in the living room where the lady with the vacuum was. I don't know if that's relevant, but okay. So they're questioning the servant.
See, I need people.
Let's see what the servant.
Yeah, I need people like you because I'm too dumb to point those things out. I don't even notice those.
Well, I mean, like they had the pool cleaner out by the pool. They had the lady with the vacuum in that room that she died. They had, the other people in the other rooms. But that may be relevant. It may not. I'm not really sure.
They question the servants.
So. All right, let's see what everyone says.
I was cooking for Miss Anna. Wait, hold on. I cut off the roses in the gardening. I cleaned the bathroom. I cleaned the pool. But wait, doesn't the Alex like cleaning though? Or Anna likes cooking, right? This is a fuck you up.
Wait, okay, so that's all the information we get.
Hold on, let me see. Sometimes likes to clean up. Is it cheating if I go back?
No, go back. Yeah, no. Okay, so let's look at the murder scene back. Can you go back to the murder scene really quick?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see what it looked like whenever she was dead. So, I'm doing, I've played,
the room was
so
clean.
stupid. What's the name of that game? Something noir. I can't remember.
There's nothing here, though. They live
yeah, I'm just looking at the scene really quick.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh, it's the cook. It's the cook. I just remembered. So, hold on. Okay.
Okay.
Pause. Okay, it's the cook. You know why?
Why so?
Because she said she always likes to cook for herself. That's why they give us key context clues in the start.
Okay,
it says right here.
So when you go back, she said that she
always cooks for
he hates gardening. Hang on, yeah, it's probably
right here. Anna always cooks for herself.
Always cooks for herself.
So it has to be the cook.
Yeah.
Probably the cook is for Alex.
Because he hates gardening, he hates cleaning, it can't be any of the cleaners, right?
Come on, Mia.
Can't be the gardener.
She couldn't cook for Anna because Anna always cooks for herself.
Let's go, baby.
Yes, sir.
Absolute ace detectives over here.
Right. First day.
Put me on the force, champ.
What the fuck? A deputy.
Well,
I can't say words.
A deputy director was killed in the store. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
The director's describing how it happened. It was a tragic accident. Really?
Yeah, we'll see about that, buddy.
There should be blood on the stairs, though. We were coming down the stairs, and I tripped.
Okay. Yeah.
I accidentally. How do you accidentally pull the trigger of the revolver in your pocket? Now tell me how. You're like,
Real quick
whoa!
sidebar. Real quick sidebar. Did you see that? Speaking of that, did you see there was a rapper who was on a podcast who shot himself in the leg because he reached into his pocket and pulled the trigger of his gun by accident and shot himself in the leg?
What, these dumb motherfuckers. Why would you have a gun in your pocket to begin with?
Not only that, he had a gun, but it was like locked, unholstered in his actual
Locked
pocket.
and loaded.
Have you seen that, bro? Locked and loaded. And he shot himself on a podcast. And what's crazy, right? I'm sorry for the sidebar, but what's crazy is that like the guy he's a guest on the podcast, right? The guy who's hosting the podcast looks to the film crew and like is like, which one of y'all shot someone? Like like no one seemed surprised by it, you know? Like they were like, he was like, which one of y'all shot someone? And then he turns to his guest and goes, oh damn, you shot yourself? Oh, are you good? And the guy was like, yeah, I think I shot myself.
I think no screaming. I think I shot myself,
dude. But man, dude. If you haven't seen that, you have to look it up, dude. I can't remember what the guy's name was, but yeah, man shot himself in the thigh, I think it was, like on a podcast. And you know what's even funnier?
What?
They released the podcast episode on YouTube or wherever they released their podcast.
I gotta watch this after that.
Let me see if I can find it really quick.
Okay.
So me searching for it, you might want to cut out of the video, but
it adds to it.
He was a rapper. Hang on.
A rapper. I was like, you should send me that after the video.
Yeah, I found it. Well, I didn't find the exact video, but his name was, what was his name? Oh my God, what was his name? Someone give me his name. Too Low.
Too Low.
His name was Too Low. And yeah, so he reaches into his left pocket, probably to grab something that was in his pocket, or he just wanted to put his hands in his pocket or whatever.
And he shot himself. Yeah, that dumbass.
Shot himself right in the leg.
Exactly. Like this shouldn't be an accident. Let's see that. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably not an accident.
Tripping and falling and accidentally shooting is crazy.
There was a bullet hole in the pocket of his jacket and the traces of gunpowder. Similar traces on the gunpowder were on the clothes of the woman. You killed her on purpose. I kind of suspected that. How did he guess?
Okay. Here's my thought process. So it showed that the bullet hole came from the pocket in his jacket, but he's not holding his hands in his jacket pocket. He's holding his hands in his pants pocket. You know, and also, I don't know. That's my thought process. Also, you know, who walks around with their hands in their pocket and has their gun in their pocket with their finger on the trigger?
This is why we should have holsters. Not just in the pocket.
In Texas, you're not allowed to carry a gun unless you have a holster. So, like attached to like a belt or what do they call like the ones that wrap around like the shoulder holsters or whatever. So, but yeah, if I carried my gun in my jacket pocket, there'd be a problem.
Right.
You know.
I'm stumped too. Like there should be like gunpowder. Maybe it's the gunpowder. Hold on, let me see.
Wait, real quick. So he's also a police officer, right? The guy on the left who shot her?
No, I don't. I think he's the detective or the police officer because of the badge, and he's just a person saying it was an accident, though.
Okay, I may have misunderstood the first line then, because I thought it was like a police officer was shot or something, or a detective.
Yeah, it's just a lady. Okay, how did he? If the revolver had been in his pocket, it would have turned side. There wouldn't have been no traces of gunpowder on the victim's clothing. Huh.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay,
I thought it would turn sideways. Oh.
That
he shot his pocket off afterwards to create an alibi. Oh.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so the expulsion of the... I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly correct. So I know, like, when you shoot a gun, right?
Yeah.
You basically... most of you gets covered with gunshot residue. Like anything within like it's not a very large field, but anything within like a field of you would get covered with gunshot residue. So I don't know if I entirely agree with that, because I think if you had a gun in your pocket and you shot at someone, the rapid expulsion of gunshot residue would probably also hit someone if they were that close to you. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Why?
Yeah, so that's my opinion, you know, but
what the hell does this mean? Why 6 kids and 2 dogs didn't get wet if they weren't under the umbrella?
Okay. Well, this is a less serious question than the previous one.
This one is stumping me a little bit. We got 10 seconds?
Oh, that's it?
We gotta figure this out though. We gotta pause and figure this out. Why did 6 kids and 2 dogs didn't get wet? Maybe they were like covering it?
We're not getting a lot of information. I'm assuming because it's not raining.
Right. Well,
I mean, like Occam's razor, right? Says it's not raining.
Hold on, is this it?
If I had to make an assumption.
There's only like 2 of these. Okay, let's just see then.
Yeah, because these aren't giving us very much information at all.
Oh, you were right. You were right.
I was right. Yeah, it's because it's not raining.
A woman shot her husband and holds him underwater for 5 minutes. Later, they both go out for dinner. Oh, they're in a swimming pool.
It shots her husband
with a water gun and holds him underwater for, oh, never mind, for 5 minutes now.
5 minutes?
I don't think he can breathe underwater for 5 minutes. I can only do it for like 30 seconds to a minute. Maybe
she wasn't holding his head underwater. That's my assumption. Like maybe they were just hugging for 5 minutes in a pool. I don't know.
She shot her husband with a camera and developed the picture. How can you jump off a 10?
Wait, okay.
This one makes no sense.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to link the phrasing of the question to the answer on that last one. What was the phrasing of that question? How is developing the camera held her husband?
Shot her husband, holds him underwater.
It's film. It's film. She shot with film. So she had to go into like a red room or a black room or whatever you call them, and then develop the film. You dip it in water. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Anyone, like I've never shot with film, and most people, like under the age of 30, have never shot with film. So that's I feel like it's a trick question.
Right.
So
how can you jump off a 10-yard ladder without doing any damage to yourself?
The ladder's lying on the ground.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Just jump off the first step. Wow.
That's fair enough.
Right.
That's fair enough. That's funny.
John told his friends he can predict the score of any game before it starts, and he's always right. Okay, what if he watches it before and then...
Nah, before it starts. He's a time traveler.
Imagine.
He's from the future.
The score of any game before it starts is 0-0.
Oh, that's... Okay, that's a trick question. Right. That's some trick question BS
thinking,
right there.
We're thinking big brain, and it hits us with the stupidest answer.
Okay.
Please be a
if they do those, I'm gonna assume they're trick questions.
Right. Put a normal one, please. A couple went on a honeymoon. Okay. Honeymoon face, I see y'all.
Okay.
During which the husband fell down a ravine and died.
That's unfortunate.
Claim that life insurance policy? No? Okay.
Yeah, you know, it might be a life insurance policy.
After counseling the crying wife, the police called the tour agency.
That's an interesting call to make, but okay.
Man, will you hurry up? Stop crying. Go with the story.
Yeah, yeah.
Arrest the wife. Life insurance policy.
It has to be a life insurance policy, right? Or, well, no, okay, hang on. So they arrested her after calling the company that they used to book the trip.
The ravine, yeah.
So that has to be important. So
okay, they went to the honeymoon, during which the husband fell down a ravine and died. It gives us no extra information though.
Okay, here's my thought, right? Because these guys are always trying to trick us, right?
Yeah.
Well, she's still wearing the wedding dress, so I could be wrong here, but maybe him falling down the ravine wasn't. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say it wasn't during their honeymoon, but he did call the tour agency. So why would he call the tour agency?
Yeah, why would he? You know what? Let me see the answer.
Yeah, I'm a little confused by this one.
She only bought a one-way ticket for him. Is that it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure we entirely wrapped up the story here.
What the hell? You know what?
Oh, okay. You know what? Hang on, back up. I was right. She bought he was dead in a ravine. She booked a ticket for him to go to the honeymoon. He was already dead, right? I think I was right. Like him dying in the ravine was separate from the honeymoon, right? That's my assumption. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's, I don't know. That's the conclusion. If you know, one of the things I do is make stories, right? And like, you know, I'm a writer and I like, you know, do a lot of role play and stuff like that. Like if you want to make a concrete, well-rounded story, what I would assume is he was already dead and then she booked a one-way ticket somewhere to make it look like he went somewhere else.
These are going to be confusing. So let me just skip this part because we're not going to get these ones.
Oh, come on. Challenge me. Come on.
Okay. When do you go at red but stop at green?
I like simple riddles, but I always feel like, man, it's so simple once you know the answer.
I thought it was a stop sign.
Challenging when you're trying to figure it out.
When no, it wouldn't be a stop sign. Green and stop at red. When do you go at green and stop at red? A stop sign.
Really? So one thing that's I always remind myself of whenever I am like trying to figure out like a really simple riddle is, you ever seen the TV show Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch? Or this is my joke name for him. His name is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay, I have an idea. Like, is it like a food? If so, it could be. Let's see. Maybe it's a food.
Anyways, the point I was trying to make is they say in the show, like, you know, like, it's usually everything is usually simpler than you think it is, but it seems like hard to figure out until you know the answer and then you understand the path, right?
Yeah.
So this is, I promise you, this is going to be simpler than we think it is, right?
Yeah. Like, could it be like?
And of course, once we know the answer, we're going to be like, of course we should.
The only thing that I can think at what you can like go at red and stop at green is a type of food. I think like probably a watermelon, because how do you say it? You eat the watermelon, right? You stop at the green. You have to cut the watermelon, and then there's the red part with the seeds, and then you eat that. Or
that sounds right, actually. You're eating the red part, and then once you get to the green part, you know what? Wait, I think you're on the money here.
Please let me be right. Please let me be right. Come on.
I think you're on the money here.
Come on. Yeah!
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
I was so far away from watermelon.
Oh my god. No, that just thought in my head, because there's watermelon in the fridge right now. And I'm like, that could be the answer.
You were like, I did just have watermelon today.
Right.
Man, I haven't eaten watermelon in so long.
It's still really good though.
Oh, they're so good.
I remember the Arizona watermelon juice. That shit hit different as a kid.
Wait, like Arizona like tea?
Yeah, they had like a watermelon flavor. That was pretty good.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'll send you a picture
Do they
after the
still
video.
make it?
I think some. You can find them mostly at the Dollar Tree.
Man, I'm gonna have to try that.
Right, it's delicious. I recommend it.
I love Arizona tea, dude. I love Arizona
I do
tea.
too.
So if they make a watermelon flavor, absolutely.
My best flavor is mango and watermelon.
Man, have you ever tried Okay, we're totally getting off topic here. Right. Have you ever tried Liquid Death?
I don't think.
So it's a water company. It's like canned water, but they have like a sparkling water called Mango Chainsaw.
Ooh.
It's one of my favorite things to drink.
Honestly, I might try it.
It's so good. It's like you ever drank like a Truly, or like one of those like
sparkling water. I'm drinking
what's the seltzer that all the white girls drink to get drunk?
Right.
It's not Truly. There's another. Well, it is Truly, but there's another one. What is the white girl wasted drink?
The white girl wasted drink is crazy.
It's not wrong though. I'm googling white girl seltzers.
I might have to do the.
Apparently, there's a brand called White Girl Seltzer. That's crazy. Anyways, but it tastes like that, but it's like a sparkling water in it, but it's not alcoholic. It's just water, and dude, it's so good.
I drink it all the time.
Yeah, you can get them at like Walmart and stuff. It's canned water, and they have sparkling waters with some flavors in them. They got mango chainsaw, severed lime. Their brand's very metal, so.
There's this one. Almost everybody needs it, asks for it, but almost no one takes it. What is it?
Wait, did we skip that last one? Yeah. The flower with an A? You already see the answer?
Not at all, because that shit was too confusing.
All right, we'll pass on it.
Almost everyone needs it, asks for it, but almost no one takes it. What is it? No, not that one. It can't be. It can't be water.
I was assuming like if nobody takes it, like would be different than almost nobody takes it. That is a puzzling one, isn't it?
Almost no one asks for it.
Yeah, the thing that's thrown me off is the almost.
Wait,
it's like almost everybody. Not everybody, but
me had idea. Almost everyone needs it, asks for it, but no one takes it.
Almost nobody takes it.
It may either be advice or what was the other one? Because everyone needs advice and asks for advice.
I think you're on the money.
Please.
I think that's exactly it.
Please, come on.
See, I was thinking of something physical, but you're thinking of something
more
tangible. There you go. Like less tangible. Yeah, as soon as you said it, I was like, that's exactly what we're talking about here.
A man rode into town on Tuesday, left 2 days later.
I've heard this one. Okay. So I'm not going to tell you the answer if you haven't heard this one. This is something that's common in Texas that we say to each other. So like it's a riddle that we say a lot in Texas. So I already know the answer to this. I'm curious if you can figure it out.
A man rode into town on Tuesday and left 2 days later on Thursday.
No, he left on Tuesday. He came in on Tuesday, he left on Tuesday 2 days later. How did he leave on Tuesday?
Probably not
2 days later.
2 days later on Tuesday.
Yep.
Was it a leap? No, not a leap. Not maybe.
Yeah, you don't lose 5 days of the week on a leap year. You gain a day.
A man rode to town on Tuesday and left this shit.
My main hint for you is this is a Texas thing. I was told this when I was like a child, like in Texas. So think about someone in Texas, right? Let's say a man in Texas rode into town on Tuesday and left 2 days later on Tuesday. That's as far as the hint I'm going to give you is going to go.
A man rode into town and left on Tuesday. He left 2 days later on Tuesday. So could it be backwards? Like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? Or
it was he came and left on Tuesday. Both days. 2 days apart.
This shit's kicking me in right now.
You gotta think out of the box on this one. I believe you can figure it out though, because you figured out like the last 3 of these when I couldn't figure it out. I already know the answer to this one, so I'm not gonna tell it to you. But like I said, think about in Texas, right?
Yeah.
In Texas, why would this be a common riddle?
He rode to town on Tuesday and left. Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. Oh my fucking god, I am so stupid.
What do you reckon?
Oh my fucking god. A man rode to town on Tuesday and left 2 days later on Tuesday. Tuesday's a fucking horse.
Yeah. There you go.
Why was it so complicated?
His horse is named Tuesday.
That shit was so complicated, and that shit just popped into my brain. Oh my god, I'm such a dumbass.
Yep. Yeah. Dude, it's like when you're a child. This is like in Texas. This is like one of the first things, like one of the first riddles you ever learn, is the riding in on Tuesday and leaving 2 days later on Tuesday riddle.
Right. Tomorrow I gotta tell that shit to my family and see if they get it first try.
You know what's funny about it is like, you know, I live in the city, so you know I don't have any horses, but even living in like the city, you know, you can go certain places in the city and you'll just like pass like a horse pasture and they'll just be like hanging out. But I've only ever ridden a horse once in my life.
I think I rode a horse like a bunch as a kid, but that was a long ass time ago. Okay,
yeah, I didn't ride a horse until I was like 25, I think.
Damn.
You know? Yeah, like I was talking to someone who like didn't live in Texas, and I was like, oh, you know, they were like, where do you live? And I was like, oh, I live in Texas. And they were like, how many horses do you own? And I was like, bitch, I live in the suburbs. What are you talking about? And it's like, I ain't never owned. At that point, I was like, I've never even ridden a horse. What, like, you know, I work a white collar job. I think I work in white collar. I don't understand the different colors.
Let's see. Well, yeah, I was right. His horse is named Tuesday.
Yep, there you go. It's beautiful. I knew you'd get it.
I know. I was pissed off I didn't get it sooner. You have been on a tropical island. Okay. With your 18-old son, little daughter, and wife. Now you're in the airport. Getting ready to get on the plane. Suddenly a sniffer dog became excited. Sniffing your son. Does he have drugs?
He's been smoking the marijuanas.
You've been taking the weed, son? Without me. I mean, sniff it.
Without me.
This coach has a zero drug tolerance. He can get a life executed.
That happens sometimes.
You look at your wife and realize, we forgot to take up the weed. She's ready to take on the responsibility.
She's gonna take the fall.
Cocaine?
Cocaine? Whoa. Okay.
Officer.
All right.
Officer.
Real quick pause here. This went real sideways.
Right. We thought it was weed. That's cocaine.
This went so sideways so quickly.
What would you do?
Okay, so from what I noticed, it mentioned how old the son was, but it just said little daughter, which I thought was weird. I'm not sure if that's relevant, but I'm just pointing that out as something I thought was suspicious. Okay, from past experience, right? And obviously we clearly see a bag of Coke in front of us, but whenever I went to Mexico, I went to Chichen Itza, and then when we came back, my dad had an apple in his luggage. The drug sniffing dog picked up like the smell of fruit. like in his bag, and it wasn't even in the bag anymore. It just been in the bag on the flight. He took a bite of it once we got off the flight, and threw it in the trash. Like 10 minutes later, we passed the drug dog. The drug dog alerts to the smell of foreign fruit, like I smell fruit in here, and so we had to have our bags searched to make sure we weren't bringing in fruit to the country. So, but clearly this man has a bag of cocaine. So, it's not an apple.
It's not, it can't be an apple. If we see it right in front of us, it's cocaine.
That story was not helpful, but hopefully was interesting.
It was interesting. Like, what does that have to do with the cocaine?
But
it's a child.
Did it say it was a drug dog?
It said a drug sniffing dog.
It specifically said a drug sniffing dog, right?
A sniffer dog became excited, took your son's zero drug policy. You can get a life sentence.
I feel like they're trying to throw us off from
the fuck? Hold on. Wait, hold on. What? Did it say comments? So we have to put it in the comments. It doesn't give us an answer?
I think they're probably going to give us the answer after this. They're just trying to bait engagement. So, wait, pause it. I don't want the answer. I don't.
What? It didn't even give us the answer.
Oh. Maybe the answer's in the comments.
We might have to look after. Liam and Rose were at
pause it really quick. Maybe they put it in a pinned comment.
Oh, let me see.
That's cringe, though. Why would you do that?
Come on, it has to be in the comments.
Right.
Who hates it when the riddle says comment? Wait, this is in my son's bag.
They didn't even put it in the comments and give an answer. Like, I would have if I ran this channel, I would have put it in the pinned comment. Yeah. Screw you guys.
Look at this one. Just say, hey, wait, this isn't my son's bag. We grabbed the wrong bag. Look for your son's going to the store buying an identical bag. Here's my son's bag. Can we go now?
We'll see how that works.
No.
The cops will be like, yeah,
sure, buddy, sure.
All right.
This is your cocaine.
All right, well, yeah, we got gypped on that one. So actually, I apologize. That's actually a derogatory term. So I didn't. I'm trying to get out of the habit of using that.
Liam and Rose were a happy couple and married for 5 years, a long ass time. One day, from another country, from another country. And Liam fell in love with the guest immediately.
Okay, well then he's just an asshole.
Right, in the face that he has been seeing for a long time.
Twin sisters.
Right, I was about to say twin sisters.
Gotta be twin sisters.
Right, got it. We're locking.
I've already solved the murder.
Right. He got that shit. So we saw immediately. We're locking in twin sisters. Twin sisters.
The moment he had hearts in his eyes, I was like, yeah, they're twins.
The next day, he showed up with Rose, and he killed that twin sister.
He killed the wrong one.
I immediately realized he had killed the guest.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We well solved this.
We're detectives.
Yeah. Twins. Yeah.
They couldn't even have a free. No. I'm so sorry. No.
I played Heavy Rain. All right. I know how to be a detective.
Who is the spy?
Oh, okay.
Probably the guy with the briefcase. Well, that's just me.
Okay, let's look at their physical features here. The number 4 is wearing headphones, which could mean he's recording audio.
Yeah.
I mean, none of them look inherently suspicious. I mean, they look like they're in like. The weird thing is they're all dressed really nice, so my immediate assumption would be that they're in like a slightly more upscale bar, and then you have a troglodyte behind them, so that kind of throws off my assumption.
Maybe he's a spy.
You have Troll Man behind them. Yeah, I feel like it's the guy behind them. What the fuck is that guy? That man looks like he came out of Dungeons and Dragons.
Right. Nothing there. Let me please be the guy in the back.
Wait, hang on. Okay, hang on. I want to get a close look at these guys. Hang on. What? I don't know. Having only one ear pierced is suspicious to me.
Are you fucking serious?
Oh, fuck you.
Wow.
Don't you dare do it to us. Give us the answer, you son of a bitch.
That was it?
How dare they?
Damn,
How
well,
dare
I guess
they?
that's it. Oh, my computer's about to die. I think that's it. We've been recording for like 30 minutes.
Yep. Well, it turns out we're kind of okay at solving riddles.
We're kind of okay.
So there you go. Yeah, I'll send you a medal in the Discord chat.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining me in these riddles, man.
It's gonna be a real shit medal. Include it. Pop it up on the screen right now.
Right.
There you go.
Okay, guys. See you guys next time.